coffee right now. And I'm gonna put some creatine with it as well too. Why not? It's okay, Duke. Duke's been freaking out. We've been having so much thunder. He's kind of freaking out a bit. Trying to calm him down. I hope you guys are doing good. I know I haven't been here for a couple of days, coming on very late. Carnivore John. Thanks guys for liking the chat, the live. If you can tap the screen would be great, Chris. Thank you as always. I hope you guys are doing good. Monday night. Jazz made it. How are you? What time is it there? It's 8:40 p.m. If my trans growth beta 1 is high, does that necessarily mean it deals with heart issue? Not really, no. It's mostly inflammation. Hello, Maurice. Nice timing. I'm having angina type of chest pain. You got time for a session? Just now you're having angina pain? Take some nitric oxide or nitrate supplement. Hey, Yeru, how are you? Vasodilate your arteries. It depends where the pain is. Are you getting any tightness in the shoulders? Yes, couple days now. Couple days, what the hell are you doing? Why haven't you gone to the hospital to kind of double check to make sure everything is cleared up? Any pain in the jaw? Any tightness in the shoulder blades? Any numbness in the right leg or left legs? Aspirin, you can do aspirin. You can do garlic extract under the tongue. You can take magnesium sulfate. Nope, all good. Okay, all good. That's not bad. D-ribose, you have any D-ribose? So you can actually help vasodilate the arteries as well. Took 4 aspirins. Aspirin is going to vasodilate, is going to actually increase blood flow. Cayenne is good. If you have at least 40 heat units or higher. If you have 90 heat units would be even better. I took 5 grams at noon of what? Cayenne? Okay, that's good. That's good. You know, a teaspoon of cayenne is good. What are you still doing up, Maurice? Duke's tired. Happy long. Hey. Usually I'm not up that late, but Duke has not been sleeping for the past hour because of the thunder. He's going like crazy. He's going crazy. So I thought I'd come in and chat with you guys a bit. And I thought I'd make some mushroom coffee. I don't have any cayenne. Can you SRMD me the good stuff I pay you? I don't have any. I don't have any cayenne at all. Just give me a second, guys. Are you getting any like surface pain as well too on the chest? Because what it could be, if it is surface pain, most of the time is it's your pancreas. Calgary having heck of a storm too. That's what I heard. My brother just sent me a couple pictures. His car got hit with the hail. His siding of the roof got hit pretty bad. Most of his stuff outside got destroyed. It's kind of crazy. Same with my parents. They all sent me pictures. They're having like a bad storm. We got it here right now. We just we haven't had any hail yet, which is nice. Cardiac calcium scoring. Oops, I missed it. Cardiac calcium scoring test. Last year was 139. I'm 49. I'm pretty healthy, athletic, on statins now. Statins is not going to do anything other than probably halt, but it's not going to fix. We can actually fix it. Al, fantastic. Hello, where are you from? I'm in Canada, Atlan. When we detox the body, we detox kidney first. Always detox your kidney first. Make sure your kidney filtration is good. Your kidney filtration, everything is gonna process through your kidney. My sugar after eating was only 6. Eggs, 6. Sausage and eggs, perfect. Happy BC Day. Hey JD, same to you. How are you? We have a lot of rain today. It's been raining for the past like 2 hours and heavy hail in Calgary. Pretty calm here on Salt Spring. Nice sunset tonight. That's awesome. Here it's pretty dark now actually. Yeah, it's pretty dark outside. You can't see anything anymore. That's detox for kidney. It's not about detoxifying for the kidney. It's mostly checking your filtration of the kidney that is actually working. Thunder and lightning here too tonight. At least gets rid of the smoke, because we've been having 3 days of bad smoke here, and it was very tough to breathe. So the rain is actually gonna clear it up nicely by tomorrow, hopefully. Should we eat for our blood type? No, it's a bullshit book. Imagine if you're blood type A, they say you thrive on soy. Do you really thrive on soy? Thoughts on fasting? Fasting is excellent. What's wrong with fasting? Just don't overdo it. If you overdo it, you're just gonna cause more of a hypothyroid issue. So you have to kind of understand your body and what you require, then you can actually adjust. Where's your cabin again? I'm in BC as well too. Roughly about 2 hours away, I think, from Revelstoke area by Summit Lake. Pomegranate with dates blended decrease CIMT in a year at 50% in Israeli study. I gotta look at that up. I know pomegranate is actually good because of the high of the potassium levels. Same with dates, but what about the sugary? I'm just curious about that. John, how are you? Is it normal that 2 weeks no coffee and my stool is considerably small, absorbing more food? Yes, 100%. Keep in mind, every time you drink coffee, it actually freezes your intestine for up to 4 hours. I loaded about 14. Is that enough? I loaded about 14. Is that enough? Loaded 14 of what? How do you decrease ferritin? Why would you want to decrease it? You can actually donate blood. I'm a type A and they say I'm not supposed to eat meat. It's all bullshit, Sagi. I've tried it. I've looked into that. It doesn't actually work. It's bullshit. There is no such thing as eat right for your blood type. It was a book to actually get everybody switched into a vegan diet. For the angina pain, we can look into that a little bit more and further, but angina pain is usually there's an issue with the arterial system is not actually flowing correctly. What you gotta do is, your cayenne, you need to vasodilate your arteries ASAP. If you have always weight lifted, is it true that your blood pressure sits a bit higher? Not really, no. If anything, is going to be in a good side than being on a high side. Eat ribeyes, all blood types, 100% it is. Yeah, can you guys hear the thunder? We've already had, hopefully it doesn't cause any fire, because that's what happened last week. We end up having so much thunder and we end up having a couple fires, so hopefully it doesn't happen. How do you increase your GFR if you have CKD57, NMN and TMG? No, Jazz. Vasodilate. What do you have? What do you have at home right now that you can vasodilate your arteries? Seriously, let's consider this. You have vitamin D. Do you have cayenne? Do you have D-ribose? Do you have garlic? What do you have? Angina pain, it doesn't mean it's something is kind of in the heart. Sometimes it could be the pancreas. What kind of tea are you drinking? I'm not drinking tea. I'm drinking mushroom coffee. What are best vasodilators you recommend? You have garlic, you have beetroot, you have potassium nitrate, you have cayenne under the tongue specifically, you have magnesium under the tongue, you have magnesium sulfate. I'm just trying to kind of think at the top of my head. What else there's? You have dark chocolate, 99.9% cacao or cocoa butter. Apple cider vinegar works not bad in the gut. Yeah, coffee that won't let you sleep. Creatine. You have any creatine? You have any leucine? If it's a surface pain on the left-hand side, most of the time it's your pancreas. What should I do to help smooth this process out? It's like I'm constipated. You can actually take magnesium citrate, will actually increase the fluids into your intestine. So if you are experiencing any type of constipation, it will flush it out. Pancreas, yes. If it is a pancreas, you can't really do much about it other than give it some rest. Sometimes too much fat and too much fiber will aggravate or irritate the pancreas. The C's with medjool dates, which is low in glycemic index despite high sugar, back of high fiber content. So they put the whole thing. I gotta look at that. I want to look into that study. Can you actually send me a message by any chance, Al? What are best vasodilators you recommend? Garlic, like garlic and all that stuff for vasodilation, actually it works not bad. But the thing is, on the long term, it doesn't, because what happened is it's induced nitric oxide, and we're actually looking for eNOS, which is endothelium nitric oxide, and that's why we always go to like beetroot 25% extract or potassium nitrate. Would Aussie help? Aussie trace minerals will definitely help the magnesium in it, but the citrate was actually designed to actually push more water there. But that's only on like the fast option, John. But you know, just continue taking your magnesium. You should be fine. I wouldn't really worry about it. If you don't feel constipated or you don't feel your lower bowel or your lower stomach, is it hard? If it doesn't feel hard, then you're not really constipated. It's just your body's utilizing more of the nutrients. For example, is when I eat like a full carnivore diet, like today I had 2 pounds of meat and 5 eggs. I haven't gone to the toilet for 2 days now. It doesn't mean that I'm constipated. It means that your body's utilizing a full 99.9% of your food intake because it's much more bioavailable. If you can send it, Al, if you can send it to team@mauricedaher.com. That's my email address. Or maybe if you can, I don't know if you can maybe comment on one of the videos. I think I can get it. If you have CKD, should you cycle vitamins? How often? How many days? No, I wouldn't cycle vitamins. You don't have to cycle vitamins. The only vitamins you need to cycle only if there's a stimulus or they cause dependency. Other vitamins you don't. And if you have a CKD, even thought everything goes through your kidneys, you know, to actually increase the productivity of your GFR, take NMN 1000 milligrams, TMG 500 milligrams. I did a video in regards to that, and that actually increases your kidney filtration. I'm absorbing those nutrients more now, have increased energy levels. Perfect. You're doing great, John. So nothing to worry about, you know, a constipation issue or anything. It's just, you know, your poop size is just much smaller. Eventually, you know, when your body is so efficient, then it actually becomes more like what we call it is like a ghost wipe. So how do I rest pancreas? My sugars are steady. I'm doing 2000 milligrams daily berberine. I am fully stocked on most supplement. I would actually start cycling the berberine at least 45 days on, 5 days off, so you can give your pancreas a rest, because berberine will affect the pancreas as well too. We'll check the videos out. Can advocate magnesium defeat infection, inflammation? Yes. Could you please repeat the supplements you mentioned? I have beetroot powder. So you have beetroot, you have potassium nitrate, you have garlic, you have cayenne, you have dark chocolate. All that stuff will act as a vasodilator. What stops sugar craving? Chromium. Chromium works really, really good, Patricia. I will send it to your email. Perfect. I'm looking forward to it. Let me add some more mushroom coffee, guys. Guys, do me a favor, start tapping the screen, so this way we get more likes, and the more likes we have, the more people can join us. The more people can join us, the more questions I can ask, I can answer. Would you recommend for poor circulation? For food wise, you have garlic, you have cayenne, you have apple cider vinegar, you have what is called food combining. So this way you're not causing any coagulation. Benefits of mushroom coffee, I use because it does have the lion's mane in it. It's supposed to actually help you relax at night. The one I'm actually drinking here, let me show it to you guys. So I do have it on my website. This is the one I'm actually using. The company is local in Calgary. They sent it out to me. It does actually taste really good. It does have the coconut milk. It does have instant coffee, mushroom extract. So it does have lion's mane, cordyceps, reishi, maitake, turkey tail, and chaga. And it does have MCT oil in it. So it's all in one. And I do have the link on my bio. I've tried a lot of different mushrooms and I didn't really like them and feel anything from them. And this one I did. That's why I like taking it at night, because it does help me relax. Can you talk about IV drip? What would you like to know? My cardio said if I stop using rovastatin, I will die. Is this true? I had a history of heart attack. It's not whether you'll die or not. So think of rovastatin as just kind of holding your cholesterol until you figure out the root cause. If you didn't figure out the root cause, don't stop it yet. Don't stop it yet till you figure out the root cause. My ordering that right now. Yum, cheers to that. It's actually really, really good. I like it. You're supposed to actually drink this during the daytime to wake you up. I actually drink it at night for some reason. It helps me relax. And I actually mix it with creatine as well too. And sometimes I put zinc with it. How much is it? I'm not sure how much it is. The company sends it to me to try it out every month. They send me a small bag. They like me. Cyclodextrin with IV as good as enema? I don't know. They don't have cyclodextrin in IV yet. It's only enema. But let's look at it this way. IV and enema are actually going to be a lot more effective than actually be consumed as a capsule or a pill. Because keep in mind, whenever you take something, it has to go through your digestive juices. And when it goes through your digestive juices, that's when we lose the potency of the product. And so, and our bodies probably will only absorb about 20%. But when you actually take it as enema or IV therapy, you're actually getting a full 80-90% of it. Coffee. Too small. I take in hydrochlorosize 2.5. Beneficial for high blood pressure. That's temporary fix, Brandy. You need to fix your issue. You can download my ebook on high blood pressure. How's the weather in the interior? As you can see, it's raining. A lot of rain and a lot of thunder today. Instead of taking all supplements, take IV drip. Not really, no, not IV drip. It depends what it has in it, and it depends what it contains. It's not gonna recover most of your stuff, so we can't really just say take IV drip and you're fine. No, you can't say that. It depends on every person is uniquely designed differently, and every person is actually deficient in a different type of vitamin or magnesium or mineral, for example. They're not all made equally. Lower mainland, too humid, is it? Yeah, it's about 87% humidity right now. Or like with the moisture level. But remember, last month when we were actually having a chat that late, it was still bright. So it's already dark, pitch dark. And everything is getting wet outside. Do you know what the root cause of AFib is? Yes, I do know what the root cause of AFib, and I did write an ebook on it and how to actually cure it and fix it. So you can actually download the ebook on heart arrhythmia or heart rhythm, because it does fall under the heart arrhythmia. Good morning, friend. Hey, Rochelle, how are you? Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Thanks so much, Serena, for your comment. What test do you recommend to get before making a consult appointment with you? Well, it depends what you're after. Like usually when we have a consultation, I get a pretty good idea from the way you're talking or the way you're actually looking at fixing things. I can get a good idea exactly what's happening, and I can give you a proper direction for a good blood test. But if you tell me, give me like an example of what you were looking after, I can send you a list of blood work to get specific inflammatory, whether it's heart disease, diabetes, pancreas, kidneys, so on and so forth. I can send you a list of specific blood work to get, and we can actually check all the biomarkers in a specific detailed atherosclerosis condition. Yeah, there's roughly about 22 different blood tests you have to get, and we can actually cover all of it. We can cover every single inflammation and every single thing, whether you have soft plaque buildup or arterial stiffness, everything we can find out through blood work. Yeah, send me an email if you get a chance. I'll send you the list so you can get it done. Sweet gravy and help please, chromium. I have good news. What's the good news? What test do you recommend to find out the root cause of high cholesterol? You can get one, it's called the OX-LDL, to see whether your cholesterol is actually being oxidized or not. The root cause of cholesterol being high is your diet. Okay, guess you're not going to be able to answer my question. Jessica, what was your question? Unless it was blocked. Keep in mind, there's certain questions, guys, if I don't answer them, they're being blocked. So you might have to word it differently, please. Jessica, let's try one more time. Yeah, have you done EDTA, Serena? I'm on blood thinners for blood clots. Can I treat them naturally? Oh, 100% you could, Goldie. Book a time with me. Let's chat, seriously. Let's chat and we can actually dig a lot deeper on a lot of this stuff. I will send you the email. Thank you, Maurice, for all you do for all of us. Cheers, Al. Thanks so much. Looking forward for that email. I'll send you the information, 100%. Medi-C powder, then Maurice ionic magnesium liquid for 90 days and 4,500 milligrams potassium. Cheers to that, Jess. Thanks so much for sharing. Can you guys hear the rain? It's pretty freaking loud. A lot of thunder. I will send you the email. Thank you, Maurice, for all you do for us. Guys, let's tap the screen. We can get more people to join and we get a lot of questions. Got my husband to stop Lipitor. What now? Natural 2x ablation and artery disease. I can help you with that. Make sure he doesn't get an ablation done. If you get an ablation done, he's going to be on medication for the rest of his life. Is there something we take that blocks the fat absorption in the body? You don't want to stop the absorption of fat. There was a supplement that was introduced almost about 18 years ago, but the problem is if you block the fat, you're going to become deficient in your essential fatty acid and your fatty soluble vitamins. It's not the fat that is causing the heart disease, if that's what you're worried about. Has had two done? He had two ablation done? The ablations, they never work. It's just a deficiency we can fix. Can you name a few supplements to lower high cortisol? L-theanine, L-tyrosine. Has had two ablation, couldn't take meds for AFib. The ablation don't work. He's gonna continue doing them every on and off because they never work and they're never successful. I wish everybody can know that, and I wish everybody can hear that, because I had another customer this morning, another patient this morning. He was actually walking into the doctor's office to do an ablation, and I stopped him. Dosage for tyrosine, you can go as high as 5,000 milligrams daily. Is there something we can take that blocks? Al, you don't want to block that fat. Duke, it's okay. Let's go see Duke. He's freaking out. Duke, it's okay. Come here. Come. Go in the bed. Come in my room. Come up here. Come. I know you're not. I know. It's okay. He's gonna rip through the window. Duke. Hey. Come this way. Come. Where can I access your ebooks? If you go to my website, Al, if you go to my main, if you can go to my main YouTube page. If you can go to my main YouTube page, then you can actually be able to see the access to the website, and you can be able to actually check out all the ebooks. Give me a second, guys. Look, go inside. It's okay, it's just thunder. It's not gonna come at us. Come. No, he didn't see anything. He freaks out whenever there's thunder. Let me close the table so he doesn't jump on it. Give me a sec, guys. Duke, place. Maurice, is it okay for me to do a study group with your ebooks? It depends with whom. Yeah, it should be fine. Just let me know ahead of time. Just as long as you're not sharing or giving away any of the ebooks for free, right? Maurice, what diet will rest the pancreas? It's not the diet. Pretty much you have to actually stay away from high fat, stay away from high fibers. That's what actually overstimulates your pancreas. And you have to start to take digestive enzymes on an empty stomach. So this way you calm the effect of the overstimulation of your pancreas, so you give it time to actually go in a resting phase. Which ebook is for blood pressure? I do have one that actually says blood pressure or hypertension, how to reverse. Duke, up in the bed, go up in the bed, up on the bed. Come on, up. Yeah, you can, it's okay, you can go. I'll let you go on the bed. Probably. Bigfoot's on the outside. Are you scared, boy? He's a little bit scared from the thunder. It's okay, Duke. Here, look, everybody wants to say hi. Up. Place. Now. I'll close the door on you. I'm gonna close the door. It's gonna get really hot. My cardiologist wants to put me on statins. Despite lowering cholesterol, it deliberates my right arm from use. See, the statins, they do have a lot of nasty side effects on our bodies, right? And they could cause a lot of harm. And what happens is they can actually interrupt our blood flow and our arterial flexibility. Even thought they could lower cholesterol, but a person could possibly become more of in a vegetable state where the person is actually experiencing a lot of side effects. And some doctors will tell you, hey, I'd rather you become a vegetable than to actually have a heart attack. But that's not real life. You're not statin deficient. You're actually deficient of certain minerals and vitamins that the body requires, but we aren't able to actually get them from our food anymore. And that's why we end up getting, high cholesterol and other things being oxidizing in our bodies. So we can fix all that stuff. It would be nice, yes, it would be nice, Jazz, if everybody on the group can actually have their copy, would be ideal. Just so we're not gonna just multiplying the copies and giving them away. Do you have an ebook for diabetes? I do have an ebook for diabetes, yes, as well. It's all on the website if you get a chance to download it. I get a cough at night and the blood pressure is in high 160. What do you think? I would actually start taking NAC, so it gotta be some type of coagulation or a mucus that's actually causing these issues, especially when it goes up to 160. It all depends on the last diet or your, let's say, your last meal of the day. I have 90 heat units of cayenne pepper powder. Perfect. That's awesome. I thought EDTA was to gather heavy metals as an additive in shampoos. I didn't know it's a supplement. And yeah, it is a supplement. You have to cycle it. Watch my last video on YouTube, and it will actually remove any calcium deposits from your body. And of course, crystals. See, when you have calcium and phosphate combining together, that's how you get the crystals forming. Is coffee good for your health? I heard this affects blood pressure, hypertension. It affects it in a minor way, not an extreme way where somebody's gonna actually, leave it, Duke, where somebody's gonna end up, feeling like a real blood pressure. It's all bullshit if you actually hear that from other influencers. Coffee does not cause high blood pressure. The problem is with coffee, it does deplete certain minerals that are actually required to maintain a proper blood pressure. Do you recommend NAC with glycine? I do recommend NAC. I take NAC 2400 milligrams 3 times a day, 5 days on, 3 days off. But yeah, you can definitely take it with glycine as well too, to actually help with the production of, I can't remember the production of glutathione. I think it was glutathione. I believe it was. I can't remember now. I gotta check. Miss you, I was banned on TikTok. Labat's Blue here. Hey, I haven't seen you for a long time. I was banned for a couple of days, but I'm back now. Good to hear from you. Good to have you on YouTube as well. Does GERD cause palpitation? It does in time, because your body's becoming deficient. What can we do to get rid of yeast, white tongue? Do you have a crack in the white tongue as well too? So yeast infection is almost like it's like a bacteria in the gut. The question is, why do you have bacteria in the gut that is actually causing that? So it could be sometimes some of the fermentation of the foods, fermented foods like kefir, sauerkraut, stuff like that could actually contain yeast. Most of the people get affected by it from drinking kefir. So when you open up the kefir, if you have a yellowish mark on the bottle, that's a yeast infection. That's a yeast issue. That means the company who's ever has been producing it, or if you're producing it yourself, it's not actually in a safe environment. I use taurine early morning before swimming to help fight the chlorine. 100%, but use it 3 times a day. It's one of the best products for heavy detoxifier in your body. Our body requires taurine like crazy. Maurice, I need you to review some H. pylori supplements, legit or BS. I will email you links. Yeah, email me the links, I'll let you know, because I've already treated 3 people with H. pylori, and we got their issue fixed. And they're doing really, really well. There's Mr. Duke. Finally got up on the bed. You're okay, bud? You don't like the thunder, eh? What do you think about nattokinase for prevention of class and halting plaque progression? You gotta take 12,000 FU, Al. If you don't take that much, it's a waste of money. 12,000. But yeah, it does work not bad if you take a high dose, and even vitamin K2 and K7 works really great as well too. But you gotta take about 25,000 micrograms. Great. In that case, I should definitely book time to help high blood pressure. I did an ebook on high blood pressure and how to reverse it, Francesca, if you want to download it. Duke, you haven't chewed that wall for a long time. Are you stressed? Duke is a little bit stressed. Why are you stressed, buddy? Don't worry. Yes, you are taking 12,000. Okay, that's pretty good, because there was a study done on a 12,000 FU, and it did show some positive effect. But keep in mind, nattokinase has to be cycled. Most people forget to take K2 with D3. They don't need to all the time, especially if they do eat a lot of imported cheese, egg yolks, stuff like that. It does contain quite a bit of vitamin K2 and K7 as well in it. So if you're taking that, then your vitamin D is fine to be consumed on its own. What can do naturally after discontinuing Lipitor? You can take, small amount of niacin to prevent oxidation until you figure out the root cause. I do have a book on GERD, I think. I was giving it away for free, but not on H. pylori. I think I need to write one on H. pylori because, we've done the supplement combination and I've healed 3 people so far from it that used it. High homocysteine, you can use TMG, you can use methylcobalamin, B12, methylfolate. What would the body be deficient to have GERD causes palpitation? GERD is all related to food combining. If you don't actually combine the food correctly, you're gonna end up experiencing GERD because you're actually deficient in sodium, chloride, magnesium, all the essential minerals to actually make proper hydrochloric acid. Love Duke, can you try a thunder shirt for him? A thunder shirt? I should get him a thunder shirt. Right, Dookie? Duke is stressed today. Can take niacin when taking blood thinners? Yes, you could. Duke is a good boy. You can sleep beside me, bud. Yeah, don't worry. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. It's okay. Don't go through the window, please. No. Where are you? I'm in BC. Remember what he said? Methylcobalamin, not cyano. 100%. You can use cyano if you want some cyanide. Duke, you want some massage, bud? Neurokinase 12,000 FU cycling should be how long? I gotta check, but I think that when I did it, it's supposed to be 90 days on, 5 days off. 90 days on, 5 days off for the neurokinase. How to heal psoriasis? Psoriasis is inflammation in the skin. It's something you're consuming, Eric, that's actually causing that. Most of the time it's hormonal foods, and most of the time it's cheeses. How much TMG? Well, it depends on how high homocysteine is. Anywhere between 500 to about 2,000 milligrams daily with food. Thank you for being kind to your dog. A lot of people are not. Duke, this is my little baby. I've had it since he was 6 weeks old. Right, Duke? He sleeps right beside me. Hasn't left my space. Homocysteine 11. So your homocysteine should be between 7 and 9. So I would start about 500 milligrams meal 1, 500 milligrams meal 2. After 10 days, you can increase it to about 1,000 milligrams at meal 2 and keep 500 milligrams at meal 1. Duke, you never chew stuff. Only when he's stressed, he's chewing stuff. Here, he can chew my hand. You want a bone? No, it's too late now. It's too late. Are most skin things liver leaking toxins, liver leaking not being purged and showing in the dermis? It usually goes through your liver and kidneys, so sometimes it could be both. Duke is a big boy. You scared, bud? No. You're good. What natural food would help with sleep? Pomegranate is probably your ultimate, and cherry tart. Cherry tart is like a precursor to melatonin. 1 teaspoon can actually give you about 30 to 40 milligrams of natural melatonin. Yeah, there's a lot of rain. We needed the rain actually because we've been having a lot of fires, so this actually is going to help quite a bit, which is nice. And this way it gets a little bit nice and cool, which is Duke can actually sleep really well. New Brunswick, cheers. You're not that far off, I don't think. I'm in BC right now. How do I stop losing collagen? Aren't you eating enough collagen through your diet? All you need is about 5 grams of collagen per 100 grams of protein. If you're not getting that much, then I would actually add a type 1 and a type 3 collagen every day. About 5 grams, that's all you need. Unless you're consuming more than 100 grams, then you need 10 grams daily. I take about 10 grams daily because I do consume close to about 150 to about 200 grams of protein a day. Now, the collagen I take is type 1 and type 3. I actually mix it with my coffee sometimes or my mushroom coffee. I'm trying to help a friend, but I think a recent job caused the skin condition. Not sure how to detox. I'm on East Coast, you on West Coast. Yes. How do I stop losing to reverse aging? What you're gonna do is when you take collagen, you have to make sure you're taking vitamin C, because without vitamin C, your collagen won't actually fix your skin properly. Vitamin C is what actually promotes healthy skin, alongside with the collagen. Good afternoon, Sajid. It's good evening for me. It's almost like 10 p.m. here. What time is it there? I'm trying to help a friend, but I think a recent job caused the skin condition. Not sure how to detox. What are you trying to detox? For anything to do with the skin is mostly, it's all in the food that you consume. The food that 12:20 a.m. Francesca. Wow, it's quite late. Early morning. Early morning. How much vitamin C daily in powder form best to consume? At least 3,000 milligrams. I consume liposomal, so I only take 1,000 milligrams. When I was trying to actually fix certain things for the heart, I would consume anywhere between 9 to 12,000 milligrams daily. Every person has a tolerance level of vitamin C. Us as a human and dogs and what else? Pigs, I think. We're the only three. So we got. I'm just trying to think how many of us. There's us as a human. There's dogs, and I think there's pigs maybe, that we don't actually produce our own vitamin C anymore. So we lost the capability, and we're the only three that we actually get heart attacks. Is because we don't have and we don't produce vitamin C. Imagine if we were actually able to produce vitamin C. Technically, heart disease should not really exist. The one I take is actually liposomal compared to powder. I used to take the powder, but I take the liposomal now. So do you believe in the Linus Pauling principle? Yes, I actually did it for almost 5 years. And he actually found the key. He found the key to actually reduce a genetic lipoprotein small a by using proline, lysine, and vitamin C. But it wasn't effective enough, and it took almost 5 years to actually lower it. And I figured out another way of doing multiple testing that I can actually lower it a lot faster, within about 2 years roughly, by taking niacin. But instead of taking niacin like once or twice a day at a high dose, you take niacin at a very, very small dose every 3 hours. And actually it does reduce your lipoprotein small a lot faster than vitamin C, lysine, and proline. Is chewable vitamin C okay? Not really. If it actually contains any type of sugar, now the sugar is going to compete for the uptake against vitamin C. We love you, Maurice. Thank you for all this. Cheers, Antoine. I hope you're doing good. Thanks so much for the comment. Duke is being a big baby today. Look at him. Metabolic syndrome, optimal treatment, and possible root cause. Antoine Bridges agrees, thus knowledge is power. Metabolic syndrome. Explain more in detail. Hey bro, are you seeing my question? I don't think I am. It's probably been blocked. Certain questions, they get blocked. You guys have to actually rewrite them in a different way. Thanks for all your advice. Blessing. Good night. Have a good night, Susan. Does eating broccoli have enough vitamin C? Little bit. Are you eating it raw? And you just have to be careful of the oxalates and the anti-nutrients in it, John. And keep in mind it does cause hypothyroid if consumed more than twice a week. Omega-3, do you recommend after recent studies saying they may cause heart attacks? Omega-3 is the only reason they cause heart attacks is because they're actually oxidized already in a bottle. If it's coming from anchovies and your sardines and stuff, they're already oxidized. That's why I recommend coming from cod liver oil. And if you can't get it from cod liver oil, then it's better to get DHA on its own, not get DHA and EPA, because EPA oxidizes very fast. And the only reason these studies came out because pharmaceutical now they're actually making their own EPA and DHA and they want to sell it. Vitamin K, hearing a lot of good from xylitol. Do you think that's where we're coming from? Xylitol is mostly if you're using it for antibacterial. Vitamin K benefits in daily dosage. What foods are EDT? Or what foods are best for vitamin C? If you want to get like good quality vitamin C, it's best to get like a camu. It's like a fruit that has very high rich of vitamin C. Pomegranate is good. There's a lot of stuff out there, John, that has vitamin C. The problem is we don't get enough, and the problem is if you are actually having any type of sugar, then the sugar is going to compete against your vitamin C. So the only way we can get quality vitamin C is by proper supplementation. But even thought, like, you know, if you go carnivorous, for example, like me, like I don't get vitamin C. The only vitamin C I get would be from liver when I eat it raw, which is 100 milligrams. So 100 milligrams is not nearly enough what the body requires to actually stay at optimal level. So that's why sometimes we have to actually supplement. Back in the day when we used to eat an orange, we used to get about 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C per orange. Now we barely get 50 milligrams because they've been tempered with and they becoming seedless and they are GMO and they're not the original fruits anymore. So that's we don't get proper vitamin C as much as we used to. Even lemon has only about 150 milligrams per lemon, so very small amount. Like I said, anytime you're going to be consuming any type of sugary stuff, sugary treats, fructose or anything like that, you need much higher vitamin C than what these fruits and others are giving us. Yeah, like vitamin C from lemon, about 150 milligrams, still very small amount. It's not a whole lot. Like to get 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, we need like almost 10 lemons a day to actually get a proper amount. So the only highest form that you can get would be camu. Every 1/4 teaspoon, I think it gives you about 500 milligrams of natural vitamin C. Any vitamin C supplement? Vitamin C supplement, they're all the same. They're all going to be from ascorbic acid. And that's usually what we get from nature as well too. Unless you get it liposomal. Now, if you get it liposomal, it does passes your digestive tract and it goes right away at the cellular level. Or you can get, you know, an IV therapy or an IV shot of vitamin C, let's say once every 3 months. You can get like 100 grams of vitamin C. If I can actually afford that, I'd rather get the IV shot, to be honest with you. Because vitamin C is very necessary for our body. And to actually produce flexible arteries, smooth muscle performance inside the arteries, and better for our collagen production. Numbness in my big toe with a slight pain. Yeah, go take some acetyl L-carnitine. Guys, let's tap the screen. We'll get more likes. We get more people to join us. We get more questions. I'm just trying to think what would be like another good form of vitamin C that you guys can actually get. What about hibiscus tea? Hibiscus tea is good to control blood sugar. As well, very, very minimal amount of vitamin C in it. The only way we can get proper vitamin C is eating a lot of berries. It's going to be high in vitamin C. You got blueberries, you got pomegranate. A lot of this stuff would be actually very, very high in vitamin C. What else would be good? I'm just trying to think. Huckleberries. Some cucumbers have a little bit of vitamin C. So there is specific amounts, but the amount we get is very, very... Hey guys, sorry we lost connection. I don't know if anybody, if you guys still there on YouTube, give me a thumbs up. TikTok, if you guys still there, give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. We did lose connection for about a good minute. I think maybe it's the too much rain. Okay, we're back on. Oh, perfect. I think we had too much rain and maybe blocked my connection or something. Right, Duke? Duke is too relaxed here. Yeah. I don't. It's okay. It's okay. Duke, come here. Hey, bud. Come. It's okay. Come. Up. Come on, Duke. Come here, bud. Here. Come. How much K2 do you recommend daily? For maintenance level, about 300 micrograms would be ideal. If you have any type of arthritis issue or rheumatoid arthritis or osteoporosis or anything like that, then 500 micrograms would be ideal of vitamin K2. Now, if you're trying to treat arterial, to actually regulate your calcium, keep in mind, calcium is there for a reason to actually prevent, let's say, soft plaque from occurring. So it's almost like it patches it. Heart issues, if you're looking to actually reduce the calcium or regulate the calcium, yeah, you can go anywhere between 800 micrograms to 25,000 micrograms. Now, keep in mind, it's going to actually affect your carotid arteries a little bit faster than your heart as well too. That's why certain individuals, when they take vitamin K2, MK7, they end up getting like pins and needles in their carotid arteries. The only reason they get that is because it's being overstimulated. Is it good or not? It could be good because it's trying to actually regulate and remove the crystals, which is ideal. So keep in mind, your calcified artery or calcified carotid arteries, they don't just contain calcium and phosphate, they contain calcium, phosphate, oxidized cholesterol, protein, GLA. They do contain some water as well too. So when we take specific product, keep in mind, if you're kind of removing the calcium and the phosphate from the calcification, your artery only contains about 20% of that, up to 20% or up to 30%. So it doesn't mean that if you're taking vitamin K2, MK7, you're going to remove the whole thing and you're just going to be feeling fine. No, you're going to remove about 20% of that. The other 20 or 30% is going to be oxidized cholesterol. The other 30, 20% is going to be proteins. But what starts the process of the calcification is LDL, is oxidized LDL. So LDL goes in trying to actually fix the issue, they end up getting stuck and they become rancid or they become oxidized. And when they become oxidized or rancid, then your body will send out the repair crew to go in and actually fix the problem, which is your white blood cells, and they get stuck as well too. Now you have a foam cell and you have these oxidized cholesterol stuck. So oxidized cholesterol is the first part, foam cells, and after that what happens is calcium and phosphate, they come and they create a cap, and that's how calcification starts. They create a cap on the soft plaque so it doesn't burst, or they create calcification so it doesn't actually crack. So that's how the whole process. So it doesn't mean if we remove the calcium deposits that we're all good and happy, but originally it's all started because of the oxidized lipids. So if the oxidized lipids is actually fixed and repaired, then we can start to remove the calcium after. What's good diet to lose visceral fat? I'm 260 and need to be 195. So the only way you can tap at the visceral fat level is by actually doing intermittent fasting and prolonged fasting. That's the only way you can actually tap at the visceral fat. And once you hit your body fat percentage in a single digit, that's when you actually hit the visceral fat. And once you actually hit the visceral fat, then you can actually go back and actually, put on a little bit of more muscle mass and other things. So one of the best way and the fastest way to actually activate these visceral fat is almost going like on a ketogenic kind of type of lifestyle with some heavy intermittent fasting. And once you actually get to the point where you want, then you can actually go back. But keep in mind, the only way you can actually hit the visceral fat, only when you actually drop down to a single digit of body fat. That's the only option you have. Always break your fast with bone broth. You need like a high nutrient density with a lot of minerals, a lot of electrolytes, because the body needs to actually replenish its fluids. If you don't have access to good bone broth, then having some good quality magnesium, oxide trace minerals to actually replenish at least 1 or 2 cups, then you can actually eat your regular food. Then, bro, what happened to your hair? Ray, keep eating those cheeseburger. We always get these odd people where they come and they just put random comments, and all we can do is just enjoy their comment and have a laugh here and there. Then this way I can get Duke after them. Right, Duke? Duke, you want to go after them? You want to go after these guys? This guy here is bugging me. His name is Fruit. Nice name, by the way. Yeah, you want to get him? You want to go get this guy? He's bugging me. Let's go get him. Come. Duke will get you. Veggie broth. As long as you have good fluids, good trace minerals in it, should be fine. Beef full broth, 100%. Like any type of broth would be good because you need that mineralization. It's all about that mineralization. Just make sure it does not contain any MSG or anything like that. What can be done about POS? I got POS after getting COVID. We'll have to look at your lifestyle. It depends on the supplement. I'm done detoxing. Perfect. That's great to hear. And for POS, I would actually shift any carbohydrates to last meal of the day. Duke, why are you biting my thing? Are you that stressed, bud? You wanna go to sleep? You should be sleeping now. It was awful. How long you did it? Couple days? What do you think about vitamin B1 supplement? Vitamin B1 supplement is one of my favorite, especially benfotiamine, which is excellent for irregular heartbeat, and it's excellent to actually prevent coagulation. Well, full broth has tons of MSG. Yeah, we can't have that. That's gonna actually interrupt the function. So no MSG at all. Is a flush niacin good for reversing aging? Flush niacin was actually good for lipids. The niacinamide was actually used for aging and metabolism. Two different things. 6 days, that's awesome. What do you think about red light sauna for heart health to increase mitochondria? It's good, but at the same time, it's going to flush out your minerals, specifically your magnesium. So yes, it does boost up your mitochondria. On the other hand, you are going to lose a little bit of your minerals, so then your mitochondria is going to drop. I've been there, done that, and it's not the ideal thing. You just got to be careful. So instead of doing the red light sauna, just do the infrared therapy instead, and you can actually shoot it on your heart, like the one I have, or you can actually shoot it on your carotid arteries, or you can even shoot it on your man parts to actually increase your testosterone. All you need is about 6 minutes a day. What about white rice? White rice is good, especially if you actually consume white rice to actually boost your glycogen storage. And we need the glycogen storage so we can actually help recover and actually don't become too dependent on just fat. Allow both to actually work correctly. 50-year non-smoker, half pad for over 5 years. What would you do? Book a time with me. We can talk about it, and I can help you reverse the issue. Shouldn't be. I would never really worry about it much. You've had it for 5 years, and it's fixable. I don't think you can see my question. I'll send you an email. Yeah, please, Jay. For some reason, then nothing came up since your last message, unless it's been 100% being blocked. And you know for a fact we know that this happens quite a bit. Duke, you want to say hi to everyone? Why don't you go to sleep? Why don't you go to sleep? You want to go to sleep? Are you hot? You want to go in a tiny house and sleep there? Yeah, come. Here, go. Go sleep in a tiny house. It's a lot cooler there. I'll sleep here. Okay? Is Duke a German Shepherd? Yeah, he's 100% pure German Shepherd, European. You can sleep there, bud. Just don't jump through the window. He jumps through the window whenever there's thunder. What are your thoughts on LDN? What is LDN? What supplements you take before bed? I take GABA. I take sometimes magnesium glycinate. I take what do you call it? Nitric oxide for vasodilation. Low dose naltrexone. I don't have much information on that. I'll have to look into it for you, DJ. If you're interested, let me know. Send me a direct message. I can look it up for you. He's a beautiful dog, and I like the European German Shepherd. That's the original breed, because what happened is their hips were their back section. The American ones, they actually drop, and that's why they end up having a lot of stress on their hips and stuff. So with the European, it's nice and straight, which is really good. Do you like gummies for vitamins? No, because the ingredients they put in the gummies, it's not the best, and it could actually defeat the purpose. So either liposomal or just straight powder. I think that would be the ideal way of doing it. Lion's mane. What about lion's mane for relaxation? You could. Some people like it. And they do really well. I will do. Been meaning to message you again. My doctor just prescribed it to me. I'll definitely check it out. Jazz, how you feeling? I'm getting thirsty. I'm talking too much. Breathing through nose and humming increase nitric oxide. Yes, humming does increase nitric oxide, and breathing 100%. Any idea how long and how much is produced? That's the problem is, anytime we produce nitric oxide, and that's why I kind of laugh at I laugh at a lot of these things, because everybody says, well, we don't need to take supplements. I can just do it by humming or breathing or a specific exercise. It's true, but you're only actually producing nitric oxide for 6 seconds. That's it. 6 seconds. So you're doing all that work and everything else for that 6 seconds. So forget the nitric oxide. Yes, it does have other benefits, breathing through the nose and all these things, but 6 seconds is not nearly enough. And that's the only reason I take the Berkeley supplement. It is a patent design because it stays in your body for 8 hours. And every time your body requires nitric oxide, it will actually boost it with nitric oxide, enough nitric oxide. So that's why I rather take the supplement compared to actually, practicing some of these things. So imagine every 30 minutes you'll have to do actually like a breathing method just so you can constantly increase your nitric oxide for only 6 seconds. How bad is MSG for you? In Asia, they eat everything with MSG. MSG, it falls into the category of excitotoxins. I've talked about this numerous times before. And anything that falls in the category of excitotoxins, it actually causes LDL to oxidize. That's the problem with it. Nerokinase plus serapeptase. Thus, nerokinase works great. Serapeptase is a waste of money. What is ridge on the nails? Deficiency in vitamin D's mostly. Which one you take, Nitric or Zodi? The one I take is by Berkeley. I have the link on my profile bio. It's a patent design. It's the only company out there that actually have the patent design on it. 10 grams of beets, 10 grams of D-ribose, 10 grams of beets, only if it's actually extracted. If it's not extracted, 10 grams is not going to do you any good. Can you take nitric oxide from Berkeley more than 2 capsules recommended? I take 4. I take 2 in the morning and I take 2 at night. I've been taking 4 for the past 6 years now. So yeah, I take 2 in the morning and I take another 2 at night. So I buy enough. All my money goes actually towards that product. I know they are expensive, but I buy like a year's supply worth and I just take it twice a day. I just don't want to take chances or anything. Because keep in mind, nitric in the presence, when they won a Nobel Prize on nitric oxide, and that book based on the scientific data and studies, in the presence of nitric oxide, technically they should be 0 heart attacks because it's constantly vasodilating your arteries. So it allows anything to flow through without causing any harm. And it does increases your EPCs as well too. 121 LDL, what could I do? What's wrong with 121? Minus 400. What do you think of NMN? It depends what you want to use it for kidney disease or for longevity. When Darren, when you tell me 121 LDL, and if you go back, 20 years ago, LDL up to 300 was fine. Now they want LDL to be below 100. Yeah, for longevity, it works good. It's just we don't have enough information to see a long-term effect. Based on the recent studies and everything, they do claim that NMN does actually activate your NAD. When NAD is activated, it does actually it does actually enhance your, let's say, longevity and stuff, which is fine. There's no problem with that. I take it. I take NMN. I take nicotinamide riboside, and I take nicotinamide mononucleotide. I get it directly from Australia. It's one of the best source out there, and it's very clear. And I do take resveratrol. Trans resveratrol actually is mixed with MCT oil from the same company. Check it out. I do have, I think, like a 10 or 20% discount. If you're interested, wanna check it out. Beet juice fermented has no oxalates. Do you recommend for possible lowering blood pressure? It's not bad, but you have to consume about 300 grams to get 500 milligrams of nitrate. If you don't get 500 milligrams of nitrate, you're never going to be able to convert to proper nitric oxide. Maurice, I heard eggs has allergic effects to skin. Yeah, if they're not free range, and what happened is it's not the whole egg itself. It's mostly the egg white that causes the allergic reaction to the skin. All 8 vitamins E supplement. What brand do you recommend? So you're talking about tocotrienols and tocopherols. The only one that's actually is good out there that I've seen is by Dr. Marcola. Yeah, I think he has one. But technically, all we need is tocotrienols more than tocopherols. Cheers, Jazz. Thanks so much for the flowers. I need some water. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Duke. I think it's gonna be like this all night with Duke, probably. So I'm not gonna have a good night's sleep. Duke, it's okay, bud. It's okay. And keep in mind, guys, whenever you're doing, like, say, your nitric oxide and everything, but there's a blood test called SDMA and CDMA. And if they both come low, that means your body, no matter how much nitrate you take, will never convert to nitric oxide. And usually we check that blood test for people that actually have heart disease because sometimes they are deficient. How do you remember all this info? I don't know. We all have a huge hard drive in our brain. We just have to use it. I don't know. I think because I use that stuff on a daily basis with all my patients. Keep in mind, this is what I do full time now, right? So I get, sometimes it is very stressful. Don't get me wrong. Like, I get some patients where I have to deal with where it's like, it's almost a lot of people are just either dying or they think they're dying. So imagine I get people that they are in such a high stress stage and they need help, and I'm here to actually help them and take all that stress away from them and give them all the positive energy and making sure they feel optimal and they actually have a chance to believe in themselves and they want to do something about it. So I take all that stress in, and for me is I have to actually let it out. So it does become quite intense and sometimes very depressing on myself, but I'm capable of dealing with it. And at the same time, I'm constantly, memorizing things and putting things together and actually putting a lot of the stuff together for everyone. Hi, handsome. Hey, Anshad. How do I book a call with you? Ray, if you click on the main page, there should be a website there on YouTube. And from that website, you can actually book a time. Now, if you can't find it, maybe put a comment on one of the videos. I can respond to it as well. Hi, good morning, love from Trinidad and Tobago. Hey, Sharon, how are you? Truly, you are unique in our health system, Professor Maurice. Cheers, Jazz. Edema in the legs, thoughts? So, edema in the legs is usually the water is not being hydrated correctly at the cellular level. So, and sometimes could be the kidneys, or could be sometimes you're deficient in an amino acid called taurine. We should refer you as Professor Maurice. I should change my name then, Professor Maurice. There you go. That would be good. Do you use water purifier? Love from Kerala. If one comes back deficient on the SDMA and CDMA test, what does one do? We can actually fix that. That's usually based on your lifestyle. We just have to make sure there's enough polyphenols in your diet. Do you use water purifier? Is bottled water bad? I would never use anything in plastic, and I do use water filtration. This one here, I don't know if you guys can see it, stainless steel. And it does have two filters inside of it that actually filters the water. That's what I use. Hi, Maurice. Do you have any knowledge on agitated legs at night? Yes, magnesium glycinate deficiency. Sometimes we call them like restless legs. So too much contraction, not enough relaxation. Does that make sense? Where are you from? I'm in Canada right now, and I'm getting sleepy because I still have to wake up at 5 in the morning every day, or 4 o'clock in the morning every day, because somebody wakes me up that early. Somebody wakes me up that early, jumps on the bed, licks me on the neck, and falls asleep for 2 hours again while I'm already awake. What can I take for extreme fatigue? The question is, why do you have extreme fatigue? Usually it's a mitochondria issue. Good for circulation. Uh, you got garlic, you got the ginger, you got a lot of good things for that circulation. Tight calves, troubled heart, tight calves. Yeah, your blood flow is you got too much contraction, not enough relaxation. So it's not going back up again. Do you actually work out? Do you do any squats at all? Squats is very, very important to actually rebuild the blood back up again to your upper system. Me too. Good night. Yeah, I gotta go soon. I'm addict on masturbation. Want to overcome? How can I? I'm addict on masturbation. What is that? Bastion? Popper says, "Worship me. I have squirrels to chase." Yeah, no kidding. Eh? He's out right now. You can actually hear him. He's out. As long as there's no thunder, he won't wake up. Royal Shankapiedra supplement for kidney. Shankapiedra supplement for kidney is excellent to actually clear up and fix your filtration. Works really well. Is there a natural way to stop epileptic seizures? I never really looked into that. I never really had anybody ask me a question about epileptic seizures, so I never really had a chance to actually look into it much. I'm being honest with you, Al. I know I'll have to actually, it's something with the brain that will actually have to kind of pinpoint to see whether there is proper cholesterol levels or not. But I can't really give you like a straight answer unless I need to look into it further. Never been asked that question before. What's the best daily supplement for a good night's sleep? This is what I do for my good night's sleep. So keep in mind, I only sleep like roughly about maybe 4 hours or 5 hours. So my recipe for good sleep. So we got magnesium ionic chloride. Okay. We got creatine. We got some magnesium glycinate. And we have some GABA. Usually, sometimes I will put L-theanine, but I don't have any. I'm out. Epileptic seizures, does it respond to high dose of B1? I wonder. I don't know. I'll have to check into it. Never really looked into that much. I take magnesium glycinate, but I don't get good sleep. Actually, when I don't take it, I sleep better. Depends how you take it and what you're taking it with. It doesn't work on its own. What are you seeing most in your patients? Mostly heart disease, diabetes, high cholesterol, calcification, CAC scores, irregular heartbeat, ablation, gut health, pancreas overstimulated, kidney filtrations. So that's like almost a good 90% of my patients. Diabetes, weight loss, muscle gain, carnivore diet, vegan diet, eating habits, but the majority of it is all about CAC score and actually reducing calcifications. Can you do a sleep streaming? Can you do a sleep streaming? What do you mean sleep streaming? It's for a 12-year-old child from my girlfriend. Okay, I can look into it. Maybe when I get the message from you, I can check it for you. I noticed a reduction in apnea after months of B100 dosing, so I wonder if epilepsy would respond well. You're taking the vitamin B benfotiamine, is that correct, Jazz? Can type 2 diabetes be reversed? Oh, 100%. 100% is reversible. What clean arteries? Thank you. Fred, go watch my latest video on YouTube. I just posted it like this afternoon. And I talk about a specific product, very, very highly to be used. Oh yeah, and I take my nitrate as well too. And I'm doing the supplements as well right now, Fred, as we speak. So it's actually a good video to actually check out. Seriously. Gallstones, what should I do? You can actually get rid of gallstones. You gotta drink some olive oil and some lemon, but you have to go on a 3-day apple cleanse so you can vasodilate your duct. Can you show your full outfit today? Can you show your full outfit today? This is my full outfit today. I'm not wearing nothing in the bottom. I'm just kidding. I have my shorts on. I want to go on cyclodextrin, but I'm in the States. You can still order it before it gets banned in the US. There's we've already had about 18 patients right now. One patient did not get his. It got stopped at the customs, but it is going to be released soon because I already spoke with the company. But eventually, they are trying to actually ban the product across everywhere right now because some corporation find out about it and they want to actually ban it, which is, I hope they don't do that. B100 from AOR, 2 pills once a day. So which B100 you're taking? Benfotiamine or are you taking thiamine? I would actually recommend cyclodextrin. And I think it is going to be like an eye-opener and a groundbreaking supplement out there to actually reverse calcification. Does gold necklace harm your body? I'm not sure. How harm your body in what way? Is this gonna stop specific frequency or is it gonna attract specific frequency like we do with copper and silver? I'll have to check into it for you. I'll have to check in. Didn't know about gold would actually conflict. I know copper and silver, all that stuff would be great, but not sure about gold. Never really looked into it much. I keep getting like electric shock through my body and head. Please, can you recommend anything? Yeah, start taking some magnesium. And sometimes it could be a deficiency of acetyl L-carnitine, where L-carnitine is an amino acid. What would you recommend for MC from mold rare genetics? Can you repeat that? Repeat which? The cyclodextrin that I was talking about, or cavities? That's from my latest video. That it actually removes calcification. It's the only groundbreaking supplement out there, but it might get banned soon. I hope it doesn't. Bilirubin total low. What should I do? Nothing. It's understimulated. Yeah, Fred, I do have that. I did talk about that supplement in my latest video. In 2 videos, I spoke about it. Mast cell activation, quercetin. You can take quercetin. Should I do AOR B complex twice daily, but I keep forgetting plus expensive? I don't like AOR. AOR is overly priced. Seriously, it's overly hyped, overly priced. Fred, check it out. And I do have a practitioner code on that video to get 20% off for the product because it's very expensive. Very expensive. It's not cheap. But, you know, it is going to actually reverse the calcification, which is that's what we're looking for. Selenium supplement for the liver. Why? Selenium is a heavy antioxidant. It could actually harm you. Canprev is way better of a supplement, way better quality. And it's actually, most of their products is imported from Germany. How long does the cyclodextrin last as far as expiration? How pure is it or free from impurities? It is quite pure, and it's been used as enema, and it does have, I think, I'll have to look at the package. I think it's 3 years. See, I have it right here. Yeah, 2026. Expires in 2026. So in 2 year time. So far, it is gonna be available in Canada. Yes, if it gets banned in the US, it's still gonna be available in Canada right now, because the Canadians are clueless, and they'll probably get onto it as well, but it's not gonna be available. But yes, I still get it. It doesn't get stopped here, and 2 years before expiration, so it's still pretty good. But I can probably tell the guys in Australia when they actually ship the product to the US to put it as a gift or for a friend, because sometimes if they do that, they never really check what's in it, then they allow it to bypass through. You have any plan to visit India? No plans yet, but you can visit Canada instead. I'm in Australia. Which product was that? That's the product that I've been talking about in regards to calcification removal. I did do the latest video on it, so go check it out. And you can actually order it. Should I take in? Well, you should not really be taking selenium. Selenium is very, very dangerous if you don't know how to take it, because you can cause hyperthyroidism. You should only get it as a food base, like from Brazil nuts. If you're gonna take it as a supplement, you just gotta be cautious of how much you are taking. And yes, I have that on my spine, calcifications from CRS. Yes, so that's gonna definitely help you, because what happened is actually it removes the calcifications not just from the arterial system, anywhere in the body that is not supposed to be there. Those X-ray of the arteries were astounding of the cyclodextrin patients. To be honest with you, Al, I was not supposed to share that, but I had to put it. And I know that video won't probably last for a long time. They don't, I hope they don't shut it down. I just hope it's, I can't really say much, to be honest with you. Because yes, I was very, very excited to kind of see the news. And the thing is, I'm gonna show you guys even more exciting news, probably again in like 90 days. So I hope it doesn't just get shut down, and that's all I can say, because there's products out there that they can actually save a lot of lives, but yet, they get banned. I can't answer that question, Ray. I can get banned. I have kidney failure. Can I take cyclodextrin? Is it safe for me? Yes, it is 100%, because it's enema. It does not actually process through your kidney filtration. Is chromium better to take its own? Other minute? No, you can take chromium on its own. No problem. I've been stocking up on NAC. How come you're stocking up on NAC? Is it gonna get banned too? Like, what the hell? They're banning everything? What supplement banned in Canada? Well, I know for a fact, Canada has banned so many different products, and sometimes they bring them back on. Now, and I know I've ordered one from the US. I haven't got it for 3 months now. It got banned. So it's always like, it's crazy. Yeah, they banned NAC for short time. Then, you know why they banned NAC? And acetylcysteine? It's one of my favorite product. Any type of mucus in the lungs, NAC will actually remove it within like 3 days. Other than the liver detox, and other than actually activating the mother of all hormones, the mother of all antioxidant, which is glutathione with glycine, it actually removes mucus. So every time you get sick, every time I get sick, let's say, or I feel I'm gonna get sick, I take the max dose of 2400 milligrams every 3 hours Within about 2 days or 3 days, pretty much the mucus is completely gone. You cough it out immediately. NIH did a study in 2016 which showed its efficacy. Oh, nice. I have kidney failure. Can I take something? Yes, Diet Coke better than Coke? No, I would go with Coke better than Diet Coke, because Diet Coke they actually use specific sweeteners, and these specific sweeteners can actually cause an issue. So it's better to go with Coke than Diet Coke. Glutathione ES transferase. Yes, it's impeccable. I think NAC, everybody should actually, that's like as their emergency supplement, everybody should actually have NAC, seriously. Preamps plans to reverse and vent and unlive, so ban it, yeah. Aspartame, there you go. That's what I was looking for, the aspartame. Aspartame and Diet Coke, forget it. Oxycotoxins, we need to get away from all that stuff. That's the same thing that falls into the same category as MSG when we were talking earlier about it. Health Canada, boomers living too long. Is bergamot good for cholesterol lowering? It takes roughly about 8 weeks before I actually start to actually lower your cholesterol. What NAC do you recommend? The N-acetyl-L-cysteine, the one I take is pure powder. Pure powder I take it. I don't take it in capsule. Mexican Coke is better than Coke? What's in Mexican Coke? I haven't really seen Mexican Coke before, if there's a difference. Do you stay away from all added sugars? I do. I do, yes. Anything that is actually have anything added, I pretty much stay away from it. And anything that is, and I look at the fats. One of the thing is you guys have to look at the fats is, so let's say if you're looking at coconut oil, for example, right? And it says total fat is 15 grams. And technically, 15 grams should be all saturated fats. Now, if you look at the saturated fats and it says 14.5 grams of saturated fats, you always want to ask yourself, well, what the hell happened to the other 0.5 grams that is actually missing? And if that's not shown on the bottle, because they don't want to show it because it could be hydrogenated fat. And that's what causes a lot of the heart disease and a lot of the oxidative stress on the heart. So you always ask the company for certificate of analysis. And if they don't give it to you, that means they're hiding something. And that's how I kind of became across a lot of the avocado oils, because they constantly were hiding how much trans fat or hydrogenated oils, these are actually trans fats. And that's what causes a lot of issues. So you guys have to kind of be careful with a lot of these things, especially if the company is not willing to share. My LP small a is 68. What should I take to bring it down below 30? Niacin. Comes in a glass bottle. What comes in a glass bottle? Oh, the Coke? Is that like the old, like, Arab? Well, in Lebanon, I remember back like 20, 30 years, well, 30 years ago when I was living there, they would actually have the Coke in a glass bottle. And that's how it should be, always, instead of being like in a plastic, where we actually mimic estrogen. And when we mimic estrogen, then we become more estrogen dominant. And when you become more estrogen dominant, guess what happens? Now you're actually oxidizing more cholesterol, oxidizing more LDLs. So it's kind of insane how everything works. So no Coke for you. None. I haven't had Coke probably for like 20 years. The only thing that I was drinking before I actually had the incident 10 years ago was actually Red Bull. I don't know why I used to drink that stuff. Now, what was it? Red Bull? It used to come in like a blue bottle. Can't remember the exact name. I used to have like 2 or 3 of them. Coca-Cola, good for a lot of things except drinking. It's good to actually, for your sink, for your toilet. It's actually excellent for that. It cleans them up really well. All that acidity in it. I wonder what it does to our gut. Probably kills all the good bacteria in there. I take NAC and astragalus. Can I take them together? Yeah, 100%. They're both do two different things. Astragalus is good for cholesterol, NAC is good for mucus. Kombucha is not bad, it's just is very high in sugar. You have to be careful, especially if it's not fermented correctly. It could actually cause and actually become food for bad bacteria. Then there is an issue with yeast infection. Some fermented stuff I like to stay away from. I don't really recommend it unless you're doing it yourself. Pepsi is a fast track to ADHD for mental. No kidding, eh? I think I should start coming at night then to actually come during the daytime for doing these chats. Can you guys still hear the thunder? It's still going like crazy non-stop. Hopefully all the smoke will be cleared by tomorrow. Maybe I can go fishing again. Alpha or beta or gamma cyclodextrin for reversing calcification. Which do take? If you're trying to actually just go for cyclodextrin on its own and you're buying it as a big quantity, that's not the way to go and that's not going to work for you. I've already been there. I've already tried it. I've already done the testing on it. If you're not going to get it as enema from the company, because it's not cyclodextrin on its own, it's actually there is a special mix in it. So I would recommend that, because unless you're going to get the alpha, beta, or gamma form of cyclodextrin, I know it's very cheap, but it's not going to work the same way. I had 3 stents on my RCA and going back tomorrow to have 2 more on my left main artery. Wow. Albe, I hope things are going okay with you. Please touch base. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation over the phone. I can definitely help you. The one that you're getting tomorrow, are they over 80% blocked? If they're not over 80% blocked, why are you getting them? There's a product you can actually possibly reverse the calcification, unless they are soft plaque. Trust me, I can help you with a lot of this stuff. Before you get more stents. Because the problem is with more stents, you're causing a little bit of stiffness on the arterial level. What's good for kidney health? Shankapiedra, NMN, TMG. Combination. Synergistic effect. My calcium number was 3304. That's not bad. Ube, it's not about the calcium score. I don't care about that. I know where we can reduce the calcium number. The question is the other 2 arteries that you're getting stents for, are they above 80%? If they're not above 80%, I would not consider of getting a stent, because you still have time, at least a good, if let's say they are at 80%, you still have at least a good 10-11%, which that's actually progress within roughly about 2 years, that we can possibly stop the progression and start to reverse it with the proper supplementation. And I'm talking, if you watch my recent video, and I talked about that supplementation quite highly. I already have about 18 patients trying it, and I'm trying it myself as well. So there's a chance of actually we can remove the calcification before you get another stent or 2 more stents. The problem is with the stents, don't get me wrong, they do save a life, because they actually open up the artery, but it's not gonna actually fix the root cause. All they're doing is just putting a balloon and is actually expanding the artery. I have had no symptoms. Okay, if you had no symptoms, so why are you going for a stent? Are they just gonna put a stent just because they want to put a stent and make money? Oh shoot, we got rocks falling everywhere now. It's gonna end up bending the roof of my house and my car. Oh wow, they're big rocks. Big hail rocks. Can you guys hear them? Wow. I know Calgary got hit. Now we're getting hit here. Let's see if we can see them. Look at that, dude. Can you see outside? Wow. It's getting pretty loud. Geoengineering, yeah, no kidding. How often and how you determine the frequency of enema use in days? You're supposed to use it in the morning and at night, daily. Just tuned in, glad I caught you live. I have seen the videos on Cavadex. Would you advise using oral DTA, neurokinase, and Plaques at the same time? Thinking about trying all the same time. I wouldn't do all the same time, because keep in mind, what originally start the calcification is the oxidized cholesterol. So once we remove the oxidized cholesterol, your calcium and phosphate should actually go back to its original natural state and homeostasis level. So is it necessarily to do EDTA and neurokinase? Probably not. I would just do the enema of the Cavadex, and see how much percentage we're dropping. If the calcification halted at a specific percentage, then we can actually throw in EDTA, and then we can actually throw in the other formulas such as vitamin K2 or even neurokinase, for example, or Plaques. Plaquex. So that's how I would do it, instead of actually doing all of them at once. Hey, from Philippines. So that's what I would do, Sanyo. So get Cavadex, get that started, monitor your CAC score within about, let's say, 90 days or 180 days, see what percentage we are at for reduction of the CAC score. If CAC score has been dropping 10, 20, 30%, perfect, we are on the right track. If that CAC score halted, then we know now the oxidized cholesterol has been removed. Calcium and phosphate should actually go and regulate itself. If it does not, that's when you can actually get the other stuff on the go. That's how I would do it. Ube, thanks so much for the flowers. Jazz, cheers. What's your opinion on the gel shots for your knees? Gel shots? What's in them? What kind of gel shots are we talking about? How can I contact you? If you go to my main website link, you have all the information there. You can send me a direct DM. You can book an appointment. We can have a conversation ASAP. Let me know if you can find it. If you click on my main profile picture, it's gonna take you to my main page. Click on the website, and you can actually see what I'm at, and we can book a time from there. And what's on Dr. Robert's website? I haven't been there. I should go check it out. See what he has on there. Stem cells work? Possibility. Very expensive. Very expensive. No real evidence behind it yet, but if you can afford it, it's not something cheap. They could be in the upper $25,000 to $40,000. Is Chilajit good for anti-aging? I've been using Chilajit from Pure Black. I found that company is 100% legit and is proper form of Chilajit. I can talk a little bit more about it, but it does, you always want to check the certificate of analysis and all that stuff. If it does come in a powder form, I would actually throw it in the garbage. It's not the right one that you want. Hello, are you familiar with chelation therapy? I am familiar with chelation therapy, yes. What would you like to know about the chelation therapy? Okay, I'm gonna stay for another, I think, 6 minutes. I know I've been here for a while. I'll stay for another 6 minutes and we'll call it a night because I'm getting a little bit tired. It's already about 10:24 p.m. And usually I gotta get up at 4 a.m., 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. You're my favorite circumcised TikToker. Circumcised. Ah. Nice little comment said, how to reverse calcification. Danielle, go watch my latest video on YouTube if you get a chance, please. ماشي أنا راح أتصل فيك قريبا شكرا. Cheers, Ube. We'll talk soon. I can still read Arabic. What can I take to lengthen my telomeres? Magnesium ionic chloride. I'm going to go binge on your videos once your live is done. Sounds good. Go watch the ones on YouTube. Watch the recent ones if you get a chance. And let me know when you have any questions, Tia. The gel shots are hyaluronic acid. Oh, hyaluronic acid works okay. It's not bad. Are they doing them like a needle shot or what? How are they doing them? Why do doctors say you need 6 to 8 hours of sleep? Who tells you that? But they tell you that you need 6 to 8 hours of sleep. So, how can I say this? You know, if you can have 4 hours of sleep, 2 hours deep sleep, 2 hour REM sleep, you're laughing. You're doing awesome. Professor Maurice, looking forward to our consult. You give me hope. Thank you. Cheers, Al. Looking forward to it. We'll definitely touch base and we'll go from there. The gel shots, I hyaluronic acid needle. Oh, perfect. They are needle. Yeah, I would give it a shot. I know about hyaluronic acid. It does hyaluronic acid. It does work, and if they're capable of giving the shot, PRP like almost. I know they're very expensive here in Canada. They're charging like $500 a needle. Too expensive. But if it's gonna work and it's actually gonna prevent that clicking or damage issue with the knee, then by all means go for it and let me know how it goes. Maybe I can do it for my elbow because I've tried a lot of peptides and everything. None of it worked a whole lot or as expected. Thanks all the info during our phone call today. Yeah, no problem. Omar, that's you. I hope you're good. I hope things went good on our call, and definitely I know sometimes I could be a little bit of a strict or straightforward just because I've been doing this for so long for so many people, but definitely was good, and keep me updated. Let me know how things are going. What did Jesus eat during his time? Meat only. Thank you. I really appreciate that. You guys, I do have 2 more minutes. I'll answer like one or two questions, and that's it. I need to go to sleep. Seriously, it's already been like a long, long day. And if tomorrow there's sun, I'm gonna actually go fishing for an hour. Thank you for answering my questions. Rest well. Thank you so much for the comment. Gotta go put Duke to sleep first because he hasn't been sleeping good because of the thunder now. Check out our company, SMS Biotic. We are working on stem cell therapy for COPD. I'm gonna take a picture of that. There you go. And I'll definitely check it out. Ube, thanks so much for putting that out there. I'm gonna check it out. Jesus was not vegan. He was not vegan. No, he ate a lot of lamb. Where is the ebook? If you click on my website, if you click on my picture profile, guys, it's gonna take you to the main page. On the main page, you click on my website. And this way you can actually download my ebooks from there. Cheeseburger or steak tacos? Cheeseburger or steak tacos? Cheeseburger or steak tacos? I'll probably go with the cheeseburger. So when one is on cyclodextrin, do you have to stop nattokinase completely? I would, Al. This way you can actually take the brake off the nattokinase. We want to make sure when we're taking a specific product, we want to make sure that the product that we're taking is actually 100% effective, especially the amount of money we're spending on a lot of these products. We just want to make sure we're not taking products blindly, and we want to make sure that these products are actually doing what they're meant to do. If they're actually meant to actually remove calcifications, we want to make sure it is actually removing calcifications 100% correctly. And that's why, we always do like CAC scores and other things so we can actually do like a comparison. So this is why the lambs went silent. There you go. Now you got it. But Ray, keep in mind, they're both heavily processed, right? The cheeseburger is heavily processed. It's not going to be 100% beef. It's probably going to be like 60% beef and 40% fillers. And you have the bun, and you have the white flour, and you have the rancid oils and everything else. And same thing with the tacos. The steak is going to be clean. It's going to be 100% beef, which is perfect. But the problem is with taco, you got all the corn in there and all the soy. And so it's almost like I would say no to both, and I would just kind of eat the steak by itself instead of even eating the cheeseburger. McDonald's fillers include wood cellulose. Oh, which is awesome. Imagine our body kind of digesting that stuff, right? And you wonder why people get sick and why the burgers can sit on the shelf for like years and years and years and never really oxidize. CAC test. Are you worried about radiation exposure? Any other way to measure calcification? Every CAC score is equivalent to you eating an imported banana. When they actually import foods from one country to another, they actually go through a radiation, they actually get scanned, and every CAC score is equivalent to you eating one banana being scanned. No matter what, your body's going to actually expose a radiation within under 45 days. So yeah, I'm not really worried about radiation at all. And if you're worried about that, you can always take shark oil, or you can do zeolite, so you can actually capture the radiation and actually flush it out from your body. Makes me wonder what is really in the secret Big Mac sauce. Trust me, you don't want to know. Let's keep it that clear. Guys, it's 10:32. I've already passed my 2 minutes. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll definitely have a good conversation. I'll definitely come back and do it again at night than during the daytime. This way I can finish a lot of my work during the day, which is awesome. In the meantime, you guys take care of yourself, and we'll definitely touch base. And you guys, whoever needs help, please reach out to me through my website or book a time. Again, thanks so much, and I really like the new name that I got now is Professor Maurice. Cheers to that, Jazz, and thanks so much, Al. You guys take care. Jay, book a time with me, please. Let's have a conversation.